Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxwood, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It is Thursday night, the 2nd of February, and it's been an interesting couple of days in Wall Street. You can see the market's been marking time for a couple of days of consolidating. On an upside, the NASDAQ 100, but on the downside, on the S&P 500. So what does this all mean? Well, until we actually get breakdown from the trend lines and key, support levels, we have to assume it's a bullish consolidation, but the market is, and I would also think the market's doing a good job of marking time without getting too much of a loss. Now, some of that has to do with the strength of the uh, tech stocks, and particularly the NASDAQ 100 stocks, which several of which have blown through the roof, or are about to, but still a critical time in the market. As you can see in the hourly charts, a big wedge here. We obviously have a key level right about the 5130 area, which is right there. Beneath that, the 5082 area is very important, but that's a long way down. Let's see if we can hold that support for now. The S&P is different. The configuration, even though it's in a rising channel, is also in a wedge that if it does not get through the 2289.90 zone and rolls over and takes out 2266.7 area, that could be problematical. Let's go to the charts and take a look at some of the stocks that did very well or are emerging. BRKS, stock I've been watching for a while, has been, which in the last year or so has gone from about the 8.25 range. Today exploded to nearly 21, jumping 267 or 15% on 3.7 million. Never traded that before as far as I can see. This is a very, very big move for it. Now, after a move with a 1, 2, 3, 4, this could be either the beginning of a fifth wave that takes it into the mid to high 20s, or a blow up into a resistance zone, and it may be due for a pullback. We'll have to see if there's a follow through on this one. There's been less than 1 day to cover short. But a good report today, very good report. BSX broke through key resistance today. Looking at the longer term chart, you see a really nice parallel channel. The negative is potentially that it's had a long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move and then pull back, and it's trying to extend. If it does extend, my target is 28 and then 31 and a half. It looks like we can get at least a move up towards that 28 area. But keep an eye on any pullbacks that may test the 24 and a half area. Color Therapeutics, boy, was that a move in the last couple 3 days, really nice, from 4.25 to 870, more than doubling in just 2 days, and on big volume for this stock. Up another $1.70 or 25% today. Stock may be short-term extended at a double top resistance now. Should it get through there and momentum carry it, my next target is 11. The key is on a daily chart, which I was showing you differently. Hang on just a moment. Right. On the daily chart, you can see that the base, kind of invert head and shoulders, breakout wedge, and explosive breakaway gap, followed by 2 days of consolidation. Today was the big day as it went from 665 to 870 and closed at 845, up $1.50 or 21%. Volume was 1.5 million. It looks like it can extend, but there is resistance right here. Once again, 11 is resistance, and your support is about the 7 and then 6 range. So it's extended from under 3 to nearly 9, almost tripled in the last 5 weeks. Be careful with this one, even though it does look solid. GCOS is another biotech stock looking really good in here. If and when the chart comes up, I'll give it to you. There it is. So GCOS, after a nice 5-wave move and then a wave 1 and 2, it looks like wave 3 is well underway. And the breakout comes here with a 1, 2, and 3. Should take us to about mid-40s, maybe 46. Ultimately, it could be a stock up in the low to mid-60s. Really good stuff. New post-IPO all-time highs, and nearly 3 days to cover. Today was a key breakout day in my opinion. Recent IPO ICA chart in the semiconductor group has just been mojoing. Best way to look at it, 15-minute chart. And then an hourly. Now here's the hourly chart. So it based out, broke out, ran up, and then formed a consolidation before breaking out again. It looks to me, if that's your angle of ascent, and if this is your rising channel right there, you may very well get this to move into the high teens to 19. That's my near-term target. And now that it's broken back out above this resistance double top here, or actually triple top, it could very well make a more important move. It was a terrific volume today, but 273,000 isn't too bad. JNOG, well, we're finally getting the move I was looking for. So far the swing trades moved from around 740.50 zone to over 10 at one point. 10.03 is the high, closed 977. Still up 61 cents or 6.66%, 35 million traded. I'm not seeing the thrust I want in terms of energy and volume, but today's high is right at that line there, and if it punches through, we should see a quick run up towards 11.11 a quarter. That's my next target, followed by 13 and 15. Swing trade KEM broke out of its wedging type coil pattern through resistance, popping 41 cents or almost 6%. Volume picked up to the best of 4 or 5 weeks. Looks to me like 8 and maybe even 10 going forward are targets. MPET snapped back $1.29 today, or 11%, and you can see that what looks like a potential wedge in here. There's your wedge. Let's pop through. My targets are 17, 19 and a half, and then we go way up into the mid-20s. This sure looks like another REM, doesn't it, folks? But it's had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave is underway, which could last into the high 20s or even low 30s. Well, in addition to JNUG is Nugget, both of them doing the same. I wanted to at least show it to you. 41 million shares today, up 6.36%. NVDA, up another $1.44, not a lot for the stock, but nevertheless, momentum continues in a rising channel. Looking for a retest of the 119.20 zone. We get through that, we're on our way to 140. That could be big. PRMW, major breakout today. Take a look at this chart over the last couple of years. Fantastic. Literally from under $1 to over 14, and now the all-time high from 2011 at 1645 comes into play. My near-term target would be a test of the spike high at near 15. We get through that, we're looking for 1645 and then 17.75. Pull matrix, just incredible. I was following the stock back in here. It was barely trading every day. And in 2 days, it trades 82 million shares. Incredible. Just incredible. It's already moved just in a week and a half from $1 to nearly 7, a 7-fold in a week and a half. I would be very careful going forward. Despite the momentum, when this fails, it's going to come down fast. Now, we may get a little bit additional upside, but I do want to point out that today's high is right on this little double top here from back in 2015 around the 699 area, exactly 699. Today was 699, pretty interesting. Should it get through there for some reason, it could explode into the 10 range. Not looking for that, but always a possibility. Salt, well, despite the fact it was unchanged today, I like the fact that it's come back out, the volume's picking up after this big reversal bar. And this is a swing trade. I think that once it gets through the spike high at about 783, right there, we're going to see this run, and my target's 10, 10 and a half. Scientific Games, it's been moving tremendously over the last few weeks. We've had a 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a fifth wave, and we're up against resistance. But I wanted to point out with 13.6 days to cover, and the volume increasing, this very well might make it an additional move upward. Although there is some resistance here from back in 2013 at about the 19, 19 and a quarter range, and today's high was 1905. So if it punches through there, it has a lot of upside it can go to. Check this out. Went all the way back to 2008. If you get through here, it could very well be a stock that moves dramatically into the mid to high 20s. 13.6 days to cover. Keep an eye out on this one. Shopify swing is continuing to extend. Today it took out a little bit of a wedgie, popping $1.13 at 2.2%, not a lot, but it looks like it's headed higher. The targets are 55 and 60 going forward. SPPI, I noticed is late today, is broken out of a base after a V bottom and then a right-handed extension here, and then formed this kind of platform. Today it broke out. I could easily see the stock make a move towards 5 3/4 and 6 1/4. So that's your target zone next. And following that, I'm looking for a move up towards 7 3/4. 11 days to cover on SPPI. Something new to keep an eye on. Swing trade Teladoc continues to push now after a 2-day pullback and bounce off the multiple tops that had broken now support. It picked up again today. However, we're going to need to get through this 21 and a quarter to get it up towards 24.5. 24 days to cover on Teladoc. TRVN also broke out of an inverse head and shoulder or right-handed extended V-type pattern. There is resistance right here at about 763. That's the highest level reached since May. Today's high was 766. So we can get through here. We got a shot at least getting up towards 8.5 and maybe 9 and a quarter. Right up there. 4.5 days to cover. And finally, U.S. Steel, despite the breakdown and engulfing reversal day, there was no follow through to the downside. As a matter of fact, it actually reversed the opposite way, broke through the week-long highs. And now we'll be watching tomorrow for 35 and 35. The 35-30 area, if taken through, we should get to 37. That's going to be tougher to get through. Ultimately, though, a look at the 39 range and maybe even mid-40s could take place if this is one big long flag and we're about to break out of it. That's it for tonight, everybody. You guys have a good